Hey everybody, it's Star Pen. I am the leaky gut coach and the creator of the JIA blueprint. And it is my hope that through my videos, it will help lead you down the path to healing so you and your child can go back to living life again, really. And ultimately, hopefully heal your child of JIA. And at the very least, minimize the symptoms so that the JIA doesn't manifest into other autoimmune issues. And I'll discuss that in other videos and why that is so. That once you have one autoimmune condition, often down the line, you end up developing more down the road if we don't get a handle on it and get to the root of it. So the question is, we hear a lot with JIA to avoid gluten, avoid dairy, and avoid sugar. Why do these things cause JIA? Well, no, they don't cause JIA, but we want to understand what's going on in the body and why these are things that typically help when they're avoided. So the root to autoimmune disease, the real root cause, the real root issue here actually starts in our gut. And I know what you might be thinking, that my child does not have any gut issues. They go just fine, no stomach aches, no nothing. And that's really a misconception, unfortunately, because of just having very little information about a leaky gut, what causes a leaky gut, and what are the symptoms of a leaky gut. We tend to think that we would have to have gastrointestinal symptoms to have a leaky gut. And unfortunately, that is not the case. A leaky gut simply means that the gut has become permeable. So the walls of the gut lining, which should be filled with a healthy mucosa of nice microbiome there, it's been worn down over time. More harmful bacteria has gotten in there, a lot of them lodging in between some of the good bacteria that should be taking up that space. And when they lodge in there, creates permeability in holes. There's other things that create permeability as well. But for the sake of this video, we come to understand that there are environmentally mostly reasons that have gotten our child and ourselves into this state of health. So whether it's, water, rain, food, medication, just living everyday life, nothing that you have done wrong, nothing at all, has led to this imbalance in the gut microbiome and permeability of the gut lining. So with a permeable gut, that means that things that the way we were designed that were supposed to stay inside the gut and make their way out of the body nice and safe and left alone are making their way microscopic particles into the bloodstream and into the body. So things like gluten, the reason why gluten is such an issue, and you can watch my other video about glyphosate on this, is that gluten and grains in general are just doused with glyphosate. And the body recognizes glyphosate in the joints as a mutated looking glycine, and it attacks them. Okay, so that's why eliminating gluten tends to help some people. And dairy, the dairy that we consume, we get from the grocery store that's commercially produced. It is from what was once a live, vibrant food that we can consume that would have a good microbiome match to ours, would be completely healthy and safe to our body. With the pasteurization process, it makes it a dead food. So when we hear that people have lactose intolerance, stomach problems, different things having to do with dairy, that is correct. There are safe ways to consume dairy, and I'll address that for JIA children, and actually beneficial ways to consume dairy, but I'll address that in another video. But for the sake of this video, the caseins, the sugars, the fact that it is completely devoid of all nutrition makes it very harsh on our child's gut, and it creates a lot of mucus inside of our body, which then give biofilms and different bacteria hiding places, food source, and things like that. So not only can dairy irritate somebody's stomach because of its a conventional dairy because of its condition, but it also provides food and habitation for undesirable life forms in the gut. So that's another reason why sometimes when people they just simply eliminate the dairy, they find some relief. And then there's sugar, and sugar it really is you know that's what it's all about. The bad bacteria in our child's gut, they prefer sugar as a fuel source. So any sugar whatsoever or anything that turns into sugar is going to feed the bad bacteria that have taken over in the gut, that are causing the permeability of the gut, which is causing toxins to get out of the bloodstream, which is then causing toxins to lie into our children's joints, which then in turn is causing the immune system to go into the child's joints and clean out these toxins, which is the inflammation that you're seeing and what brought you to the doctor and what gave you the JIA diagnosis in the first place. So, yes, by eliminating these things, people do find some relief. However, by eliminating these things, we haven't even begun to heal JIA, and that's why, you guys. That's why when you do go to your doctor and you tell them you want to try some natural things, and you tell them that you want to just try to go gluten-free, in all sincerity, guys, this is why they are so concerned, because they know what they know, and what they know are their meds, and their meds have a place, okay? But the fact is that going gluten-free, going dairy-free, eliminating sugar is not going to fix the problem. And the problem is that toxins are getting out into the bloodstream, into our child's joints and other organs. Your child might have another autoimmune disease, or maybe another child in your family, or maybe you yourself have another autoimmune disease, but that's just to show that these toxins can really find their home all sorts of places in our body and spread throughout our body. So this is why your rheumatologist is leery and concerned and worried when you walk out of their office and you just want to try some of these things, because it does not heal the JIA, and ultimately it's leaving all this time for more toxins to be seeping into the body and for your child to get worse. And I like to think that your rheumatologist cares about you and cares about your child and wants the best for them. So that's the reason why they are not really so for this natural route, or so for us trying to do these things. But all that to say that these things aren't the solution, right? And they know that, and I know that. And that's something that I want you to know. Going gluten and dairy free is not going to heal your child's JIA. However, those things do contribute to the JIA. So those are things that we eliminate. Yes, don't get me wrong, but eliminating those things are not going to rebuild the gut wall. It's not going to heal the inside of the gut wall. It's not going to eliminate the bad guys. It's not going to repopulate the good guys. Those are all things that need to be done, and in that order, by the way. Those are all the things that need to be done in order to heal your JIA. So yes, let's stay away from the gluten and the dairy and the sugar. But yes, let's also learn more about the real root cause of JIA and how to reverse it. So we don't want to just rely on the meds alone. Why? Because all that's doing is stopping the inflammation response. Again, they're not healing either, right? They play a role, they are a tool, but they're not healing the body either, any more so than eliminating these triggers is healing the body. Whether you take meds to control things and or eliminate the gluten, dairy, and sugar, fine. But what are we doing during that period of time to rebuild, to seal the gut, to heal the internal wall, to eliminate the bad guys, or at least, reposition them, and to repopulate? Those are the things that are going to heal your child's JIA. If you found this information useful to you, to someone you know who has a child with JIA, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a like and share it with whomever you can who you think it would help. It helps the algorithm. It helps my videos to get to people who are looking for answers and how to heal their child's JIA, because ultimately we're the ones who do it. Us mamas, we're the ones who do it. Okay, I look forward to seeing you on my next video.